Today, we're looking at the 2026 BMW X5, Mercedes GLE, and Audi Q7. These are top picks for people who want a mix of power, comfort, and tech in a big SUV. They all seat 5 standard, with options for more, and they handle daily drives or long trips well. But they stand out in different ways. The X5 feels sporty, the GLE goes for smooth luxury, and the Q7 brings family-friendly space. We'll go through each part step by step to see how they stack up. First up, exterior design. The BMW X5 has that bold look with its big kidney grille up front, which is split into 2 parts and lights up at night for a cool effect. The headlights are slim LED units that curve around the edges, giving it a sharp, aggressive stare. On the sides, you get smooth lines that flow back to the rear with wheel arches that bulge out a bit to show off the wheels. Standard 20-inch alloys on the base model, but you can go up to 22 inches on higher trims. The roofline slopes gently toward the back, not too much like a coupe, so it keeps good headroom inside. At the rear, the taillights are thin LED strips that connect across the tailgate, and dual exhaust tips poke out from under the bumper. It measures 194.2 inches long, 78.9 inches wide, and 69.1 inches tall, with a 117.1-inch wheelbase. So it's compact enough for city parking, but still looks planted. Compared to the others, the X5 has the most athletic stance, gets ready to carve corners. The Mercedes GLE takes a different approach. It's more elegant and rounded. The front grille is large too, but it's a single piece with the Mercedes star in the center, flanked by slim LED headlights that have a distinctive daytime running light pattern, like eyebrows. The hood has power domes that hint at the engine underneath, even on the base model. Sides are clean with subtle character lines running along the doors, and the windows taper up toward the back for a sleek profile. Wheels start at 19 inches, but most people opt for 20 or 21 inches. The rear has horizontal taillights that wrap around the corners, and the bumper integrates the exhaust tips neatly. It's 194.3 inches long, 76.7 inches wide, and 70.7 inches tall with a 117.9-inch wheelbase, so slightly taller than the X5, which gives it a bit more presence on the road. Unlike the X5's sporty vibe, the GLE looks refined, like it's built for cruising highways in style. Then there's the Audi Q7, which goes for a bold, boxy design. The front has the huge single-frame grille with vertical slats, surrounded by matrix LED headlights that can adjust to avoid blinding other drivers. The hood is flat and wide, emphasizing width. Sides have straight lines with pronounced wheel arches, and the roof rails are standard for carrying gear. Wheels begin at 19 inches, up to 22 on top trims. At the rear, the taillights are connected by a light bar across the tailgate, and the bumper has fake exhaust trims on lower models, real ones on the SQ7. It's the longest at 199.6 inches long, 77.7 inches wide, and 68.4 inches tall, with the same 117.9-inch wheelbase as the GLE. This makes the Q7 look the most imposing, great for families who want that big SUV feel. But it can feel bulkier in tight spots compared to the X5's nimble shape. Moving inside, the BMW X5 interior screams modern tech with high-quality materials. The dashboard has a huge curved screen that combines a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster and a 14.9-inch touchscreen running the latest iDrive system. Seats are wrapped in Cenefin synthetic leather standard, but you can upgrade to real leather or even extended merino leather in colors like black, cognac, or ivory white. Front seats have 18-way power adjustments, heating, and ventilation on higher trims. The second row slides and reclines for extra legroom, and there's an optional third row for 7 seats, though it's tight for adults. Cargo space is 33.9 cubic feet behind the second row, expanding to 72.3 cubic feet with seats folded, plenty for groceries or luggage. The cabin uses aluminum or wood trims, and ambient lighting sets the mood at night. It's quiet on the highway with good insulation from road noise. The Mercedes GLE interior focuses on luxury, like stepping into a high-end lounge. The dash has dual 12.3-inch screens side by side for instruments and infotainment, with the MBUX system that's voice-activated and learns your habits. Seats are in MB-Tech's faux leather base, upgrading to Nappa leather with massage functions available. Front seats adjust 10-way standard, more on top models. And the second row has lots of space with optional power adjustments. Third row is optional too, better for kids. Cargo is 33.9 cubic feet behind the second row, up to 74.9 cubic feet max, edging out the X5 slightly. Materials include open-pore wood, metal accents, and 64-color ambient lighting. It's the plushest ride with air suspension available to smooth out bumps. The Audi Q7 interior is practical and spacious, with standard 7 seats thanks to the third row. The dash features a 12.3-inch virtual cockpit for gauges, plus a 10.1-inch upper touchscreen and 8.6-inch lower one for climate. Leather seats standard with 8-way power front, heating included. The second row slides for flexibility, and the third row folds flat when not needed. Cargo starts at 14.2 cubic feet with all seats up, 35.7 behind the second row, and 69.6 max, less than rivals with third row up, but versatile. Trims use aluminum or walnut, and it's well built with soft touch everywhere. Noise levels are low, but the Q7 feels the most family-oriented here. Now, performance and engines. The BMW X5 Base S-Drive 40i has a 3-liter turbo inline-6 with mild hybrid, putting out 375 horsepower and 398 pound-feet of torque. It hits 0 to 60 in 5.3 seconds for rear-wheel drive, 5.2 for all-wheel drive X-Drive 40i. The transmission is an 8-speed automatic, smooth and quick. Higher up, the X-Drive 50e plug-in hybrid combines the 6 with an electric motor for 483 horsepower total, 0 to 60 in 4.6 seconds, and up to 38 miles electric range. The top M60i has a 4.4-liter twin-turbo V8 with 523 horsepower and 553 pound-feet of torque, blasting to 60 in 3.6 seconds. Handling is sharp, with optional adaptive suspension that keeps it flat in turns. All-wheel drive grips well in rain or snow. The Mercedes GLE starts with the GLE 350's 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder, 255 horsepower, and 273 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60 in 6.6 seconds, slowest here but fine for daily use. The GLE 450 ups to a 3-liter inline-6 mild hybrid, 362 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque, 0 to 60 in 5.3 seconds. The GLE 580 has a 4-liter twin-turbo V8, 510 horsepower and 538 pound-feet of torque, quicker still. There's also the GLE 450e plug-in with 383 horsepower combined. All use a 9-speed automatic, and 4MATIC all-wheel drive is standard except base rear drive option. Ride is comfortable with optional air suspension that adjusts height for off-road or loading. The Audi Q7 Base 45 has a 2-liter turbo 4, 261 horsepower and 273 pound-feet of torque, 0 to 60 in about 6.7 seconds. The 55 trim gets a 3-liter V6, 334 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque, dropping to 5.5 seconds. The SQ7 packs a 4-liter twin-turbo V8, 500 horsepower and 568 pound-feet of torque, 0 to 60 in 4.0 seconds. 8-speed automatic and quattro all-wheel drive standard. It handles well for its size with optional rear-wheel steering for tight turns, but it's more about stability than the X5's fun factor. Tech and infotainment next, starting with the BMW X5. It runs on the iDrive 8.5 system, which is super easy to use once you get the hang of it. You can swipe, pinch, or use the rotary controller on the center console to navigate menus without taking your eyes off the road too much. It supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so you can mirror your phone's apps like Spotify, Google Maps, or Waze directly on the big screen without plugging in. Built-in navigation comes standard with real-time traffic updates and route suggestions to avoid jams, and over-the-air updates mean the software gets better over time without a trip to the dealer, like adding new features or fixing bugs remotely. The massive curved display combines a 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster that shows speed, fuel, and even navigation arrows right in front of you, with a 14.9-inch central touchscreen that's super sharp at 200 pixels per inch, making everything look crystal clear even in bright sunlight thanks to anti-glare coating. You can opt for a head-up display that projects key info like speed limits, directions, and warnings onto the windshield so you don't have to look down. Audio kicks off with a 10-speaker hi-fi system that's solid for podcasts or basic tunes, but upgrade to the Harman Kardon 16-speaker setup with 464 watts for more punch, or go all out with the Bowers & Wilkins Diamond surround sound system that has 20 speakers, 1,500 watts, and illuminated tweeters for concert-like quality, perfect for blasting your favorite playlists on long drives. There's also wireless charging for your phone, multiple USB-C ports front and back, and even an optional rear entertainment system with two 10.2-inch touchscreens for passengers to watch movies or play games. Over on the Mercedes GLE, the MBUX infotainment has been updated for 2026 with a larger 13.1-inch touchscreen that's now more responsive and runs smoother software. It includes gesture controls where you can wave your hand to adjust volume or accept calls without touching anything, which feels futuristic but works well once you practice. The augmented reality navigation is a standout. It uses the front camera to overlay live directions onto the real-world view on the screen, like arrows pointing exactly where to turn at intersections, making it easier to navigate tricky cities. Wireless charging is standard, along with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto that connects seamlessly for apps, music, and calls. The system is user-friendly with Hey Mercedes voice commands that understand natural speech like, "Hey Mercedes, find the nearest coffee shop," or "Turn up the heat to 72 degrees," and it learns your preferences over time, suggesting routes or radio stations you like. The digital gauge cluster is a 12.3-inch screen, customizable with different layouts for classic dials or full map views. Audio options start with a 13-speaker Burmester surround sound system at 590 watts, but you can upgrade to the high-end Burmester 3D setup with 15 speakers, 710 watts, and rotating tweeters that pop up from the dash for immersive sound, perfect for blasting your favorite playlists on long drives. For the Audi Q7, the MMI touch response system uses haptic feedback on its screens so you feel a click when you press buttons, like on a smartphone, which reduces mistakes while driving. It has a 12.3-inch virtual cockpit digital cluster that you can customize to show tachometer, speed, navigation, or even night vision feeds right in front of you. The main infotainment is a 10.1-inch upper touchscreen for media and apps, paired with an 8.6-inch lower one dedicated to climate controls, seat heating, and shortcuts, keeping things organized. But yeah, the dual setup can sometimes pull your attention if you're adjusting stuff on the fly. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are included, along with built-in navigation that integrates with traffic data and points of interest. Voice control works with natural commands through Amazon Alexa integration, like asking for weather or controlling smart home devices from the car. Audio begins with a 10-speaker system at 180 watts, but most buyers go for the 19-speaker Bang & Olufsen premium sound at 730 watts or the top 23-speaker 3D advanced system at 1920 watts that uses algorithms to create a surround effect like you're in a theater. While straightforward overall, the interface is clean with high-resolution graphics at 1920 by 720 pixels on the main screen, making maps and menus pop. Safety features are strong across the board, and each one packs a ton of standard and optional tech to keep you protected. For the BMW X5, it comes with forward collision warning that scans for cars, pedestrians, or cyclists ahead and alerts you with visual and audio cues. Automatic emergency braking kicks in if you don't react, applying full brakes to avoid or lessen impacts at speeds up to 50 miles per hour in city traffic. Lane departure warning vibrates the steering wheel if you drift out of your lane without signaling, and blind spot monitoring lights up icons in the mirrors while beeping if someone's in your blind spot during lane changes. Standard active cruise control maintains speed and distance on highways, and the optional driving assistance professional package adds highway assistant for semi-autonomous driving, where it can steer, accelerate, and brake in traffic up to 85 miles per hour, even handling lane changes with your confirmation. There's also rear cross-traffic alert for backing out of spots, and a 360-degree camera system with 3D views to spot obstacles. The X5 earned 5-star crash ratings from NHTSA and Top Safety Pick Plus from IIHS thanks to its reinforced body and 8 airbags, including knee ones. The Mercedes GLE steps it up with active brake assist that not only warns but predicts collisions and pre-charges the brakes for quicker stops, working at higher speeds too. Attention Assist monitors your driving patterns for signs of drowsiness like erratic steering and suggests taking a break with coffee cup icons on the dash. Optional Evasive Steering Assist helps you swerve around obstacles if braking isn't enough, applying extra steering torque. Blind Spot Assist is standard, lighting up and beeping, plus it can brake one side to prevent lane changes into danger. Adaptive Cruise Control comes on most trims, with stop and go in traffic and speed limit adaptation. There's also active lane keeping that gently corrects your path and optional route-based speed adaptation that slows for curves or exits using GPS data. Pre-safe system tightens seatbelts and closes windows before a crash, and the GLE gets 5 stars from NHTSA with advanced LED headlights that score high in IIHS tests. Add Night View Assist with infrared cameras to spot animals or people in the dark. Audi Q7 offers adaptive cruise control with traffic jam assist that handles stop and go up to 40 miles per hour, steering and accelerating for you in congestion. Intersection Assist warns of cross traffic at junctions and can brake if needed. Night Vision uses thermal imaging to detect heat signatures up to 1,000 feet away, displaying them on the virtual cockpit to avoid wildlife or pedestrians at night. Standard features include forward collision warning, automatic emergency braking effective up to 52 miles per hour, lane departure warning with steering correction, and blind spot monitoring with rear cross-traffic braking. The top view camera gives a bird's-eye perspective for parking, and active lane assist keeps you centered. All have top crash ratings, with the Q7 getting 5 stars from NHTSA and Top Safety Pick from IIHS, bolstered by its rigid structure and up to 10 airbags. Fuel economy varies by engine, but here's the breakdown for base models. The BMW X5 40i gets 23 mpg city, 27 mpg highway, and 25 combined, which is solid for its power. And the PHE version boosts that with electric-only driving for better overall efficiency, like 50 mpge combined when plugged in. Mercedes GLE 350 hits 19 mpg city, 26 mpg highway, 22 combined for the 4-cylinder, while the 450 does 19 city, 25 highway, 21 combined, a bit thirstier but expected with more power. Audi Q7 45 achieves 20 mpg city, 26 mpg highway, 22 combined, and the 55 V6 drops to 18 city, 23 highway, 20 combined, making it competitive but not the leader here. Pricing starts at BMW X5 S-Drive 40i $66,700, X-Drive 40i $69,000, with the M60i topping out over $90,000 before options. Mercedes GLE 350 $62,250 for rear drive, $65,250 for 4MATIC, GLE 450 $70,650, GLE 580 $88,150, and loaded versions can push past $100,000. Audi Q7 45 $62,000 for premium, 55 $67,600, SQ7 $93,800, with extras like premium packages adding up quickly. To wrap up, the X5 wins for driving fun with its powerful engines and sharp handling, perfect if you want excitement. The Mercedes GLE stands out for comfort and luxury, ideal for long drives. The Audi Q7 is best for families with its standard third row and space. Pick based on what you need: power, plushness, or practicality. Subscribe for more car comparisons.